Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning. Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer. Over here at PiSeas Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we about to get into somebody's business. Good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift. Good evening to my international family. What's up to everybody watching behind the scenes on TikTok this morning? If you are new to the PiSeas Tarot experience, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. If you're a returning friend, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. We want to be able to recognize our new, but most of all, our returning friends over here to PiSeas Tarot. Today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is a sound bowl and brief meditation and sound bowl cleansing, followed by some divine insights, which is a divine download in the earworm. Then we're going to get into this overall energy reading, which includes some insights and observations. And then I'm going to confirm everything that I told you through the tarot cards. And then we're going to close this out with what the final outcomes are going to possibly be. All right. If you are ready to get into this reading, y'all, I need y'all to go ahead and find those brushes. Go ahead and find those brushes. Scrub brushes, toothbrushes, hair brushes, wig brushes, toilet brushes, whatever kind of brush you can find. Go ahead and put those in the chat, because it is time for us to get together. Some of us have been up all night tossing and turning. I've been one of them. Some of y'all have been at work all night and dealing with people on their funky energy. Some of y'all just getting up for the day, but we want to make sure that we're ready, right? So it don't matter what I got to say. If you're not in a position to receive, then you ain't listening to nothing I said to begin with. You're just here for entertainment. All right, so anyway, you ready to get into this? Here we go. Before we move forward, it's important that we just take a minute to level set and to ground ourselves. And the simplest way of doing that is through breath work and sound. Okay, so we want to take in a couple deep breaths. You want to hold it and then exhale slowly. Okay, with each inhale, we want to be able to invite in clarity and balance. And with each exhale, we want to be able to release any tension or distractions. Okay, we're going to do this 3 times. All right, here we go. I love it, y'all. I love it. All right, now let's clear up any remaining stagnant energy and bring us one into alignment with presence, with the divine spirit. Here we go. We got our girl Boo Boo with this. Here we go. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and I ask you for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your light and your love. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest of all of those who are involved and for the harm of none. All right. Amen, 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 and amen. All right, y'all. If y'all ready to have some fun, safe, but honest interaction, remember, this is a safe space. Ain't nobody judging you. We all been a fool in love, and baby, today may just be your turn, okay? But your honesty, your engagement, and your transparency is appreciated, all right? If you are ready to get into this and have a dynamic experience, let me see those breakfast foods in the chat. Let me see those breakfast foods, your cooking emojis, whatever it is, whatever your favorite food is. Put your favorite food. We're going to skip breakfast. Put your favorite food in the chat, all right? Here we go. Each day when I do a reading, I always take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies that spirit is showing me. And as I mentioned early on, I've been tossing and turning since 12 o'clock. Y'all, I swear somebody knocked on my door. I swear somebody knocked on my door, and I woke up because I said, huh? And then it was nothing. And I was like, oh, that was weird. So I've been tossing and turning since 12:30. Okay. But as I've been tossing and turning, I have been hearing this song from this particular artist who has some interesting philosophies on relationships, I'll say the least. But when it comes to their professional career and how they show up in the music industry, they are one of the greatest who ever did it, okay? And I had the pleasure of meeting this person and interviewing this person live on TV when I was in the entertainment industry, but I'll leave that story for another day. But anyway, the artist is Neo. The song is called You Deserve, okay? And this came on his album from 2018 called Good Man. All right, now that is a little bit interesting by itself. But we're not going to judge. We're just going to listen and keep it moving. But the song goes, she said, I want a love that'll love me when my hair ain't dead and when the makeup come off, yeah. She said, I want a love that'll love me when the game is on and his team just lost, yeah. She said, I want a love that'll love me even when I ain't there and I forget when he in the club. I told her, you deserve love 200 million times better than your pretty heart has ever dreamed of. And so he says, love, self-control, honorable, responsible. I'm with you, so you deserve. Baby, that's what you deserve. Honesty, integrity, loyalty, you mean to me, you deserve. Okay? So immediately when I woke up again and I heard this song, I'm just like, whose business is this? Whose business is this? Okay. So if you know that you're ready for a quality love, you know that you're ready for somebody that's going to be there for you and love you unconditionally and all that other stuff and not invite you to the clown show, I want you to put those tea kettles in. Go ahead and put those tea kettles in. Because baby, child, honey buns. When I tell you, at the end of the day, I'm not judging how he lived. I said it's interesting. Could I share my man with 3 other women? Absolutely not. But the reality is I've done it anyway and didn't even know I was doing it. So, I mean, hey, here we are. All right. So anyway, let's move forward. All right, let's go. I'm not judging. I'm just being honest. Let's go. All right, y'all. So when understanding energy, it's important to know that spirit talks to us in a plethora of ways. Sometimes it's through signs, synchronicities, coincidences, numbers, images, whatever. It's just important that you're paying attention to see what he got to say when he got to say it, because he ain't going to say it more than once, okay? Well, sometimes he will, depending on how urgent it is, but it's really for you. All right? So let me ask y'all a question so it don't sound like I'm over here being judgmental. If you down with polyamory, I want you to put a green heart in the chat. But if you are not, and you're more of a monogamous, I want you to put a blue heart in the chat. Okay? Green if it's a yes, blue if it's a no. All right. I'm not judging. I just said it's interesting. Come on, this card is still sticking out. Let's take this one. A merry motive. Okay? A merry motive. All right? Something is coming through out of nowhere, and you did not see this coming. Okay? You did not see this coming. All right? Now, I feel like with this card, somebody has been holding out hope for something. And the reason why I bring this up is because this card has the stars here, which we all know in tarot, as I explained to you guys, reflect, you know, hope, compassion, spirituality, right? And so it's almost like your prayers being answered, right? And it's coming out of nowhere. You see how dark it is in the background? It's like you're hanging on by a thread, okay? Your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions are hanging on by a thread. And you just happy to be here at this point, you know? You're just happy to be here, all right? So, what is the truth that we need to hear? Okay, discipline. Now, this is interesting that this card fell out because in the earworm today, he talks about discipline, all right? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, okay? I can accomplish what I set my mind to, all right? Now, going back to the earworm very quickly, he said, I could have sworn he said it somewhere that he deserved that. But anyway, to give somebody love, self-control, honorable, be responsible, with integrity and honesty and loyalty, that is a form of discipline. You know, that is a form of discipline. So, very interesting, right? All right. Guides of the hidden realms. What messages do you have for us today? The alchemy of poison. This is about transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, radical forgiveness. Ooh, that's interesting. Not the balloon drop. Y'all see that? What is happening over here with spirit today? What? All right, the balloons are dropping. The alchemy of poison, okay? Transformational lessons, reclaiming personal choice, and radical forgiveness. What's also interesting here to note is that there's a frog here. Okay, there's a frog here. All right? There's a frog here. So, I love how that's worded, the alchemy of poison. Because we talk a lot about how things work out for you, even when it feels like it's not working out for you, how things still have a miraculous way of working out for you. And when you think about it this way, people don't die from snake bites. They die from the poison that the snake injects into the body when it bites you. So what are you doing with the negative outcome of a situation? Are you harboring that negativity and that ill resentment and those negative feelings? Or are you allowing that to fuel you to become a better, wiser, stronger person? How are you letting your heartbreak work for you? Okay. Interesting, right? How is this showing up for us in our day-to-day lives, Spirit? How is this showing up for us in our day-to-day lives? Create was at the bottom of the deck. All right, here we go. Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish. Now is the time for you. Again, didn't I just tell y'all with this merry motive that this came out of nowhere? It's like your hopes, your prayers, your dreams. Did I not just say that to y'all? If y'all heard me say that, go ahead and put your ear in the chat, because I could have sworn I just said that. Now, what's a sign that this may be a message for us? What's a sign that this may be a message for us? I just keep hearing Neo saying in my ear, you deserve, you deserve, you deserve. That's what you deserve. That's what I keep hearing him saying in my ear. Okay. Now, bull's eye. Okay. This is about you being focused. So you may be seeing a whole lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You may be seeing a whole lot of bull's eyes in the upcoming days. You may be seeing a lot of the color red. All right. But this is about you focusing. Again, it goes back to what I just said. What are you going to do with your heartbreak? Are you going to sit around and loathe? And are you going to sit around and blame everybody else for your heartbreak? Or are you going to put the wheels in motion to put yourself out there to be the kind of person that you want to meet and attract the person that you want to attract? Are you allowing these things to hold you down, or are you going to allow these things to build you up and to become a better person? All right. Today's Soul Whispers is transformation. This is about transformation. Y'all see this with this butterfly? Somebody has a life-changing something coming their way. Transformation is on this card, and transformation is on the alchemy of poison. And whatever you got coming your way is coming to you out of nowhere. And not only is it coming to you out of nowhere, you got to have discipline to keep it once you get it. Transformation. Butterflies represent transformation, beauty, as well as hope. Okay, in tarot. Now, let's go see what the Soul Whisper for today is. Transformation. Just when the caterpillar... What is happening today? Like, this is just crazy. Okay. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Just when the caterpillar thought that the world was over, it became a butterfly. Many of us dream of transformation. We imagine transforming our lives in some miraculous way, but this is often where the dream ends. In order to cultivate, you must be able to be willing to take action steps. Change can be fought with doubt, uncertainty, and worry, causing you to give up before you really have even begun. It is much easier to remain safe in your comfort zone than to step out of your cocoon. But the greater the risk, the greater the reward. Without change, growth is unlikely. You will need to ask yourself whether you are happy remaining stagnant or whether you will be willing to take a chance on change. The real limitations are from your own doubts and hesitations. Trust in your journey. Your transformation may have been more beautiful than you ever dreamed of. So this is about change, growth, potential, and metamorphosis. Okay? This is about you overcoming stagnicity, sameness, monotony, which that's not what it says here, but I'm saying monotony, status quo, and unchanging. Okay, this deals with your crown chakra. All right. Now, in preparation for its transformation, the caterpillar cocoons itself, trusting that this is a part of the journey. before you enter your cocoon, remind yourself that although you cannot see the destination, you need to have faith that this is a necessary step for your growth. Did I not tell you this is about faith? This is about faith, everybody. If you know that you're on a soul journey right now, I want you to put a butterfly in the chat. If you know that you are on a soul journey right now, I want you to put a butterfly in the chat. Let's be honest. It ain't always cute, is it? It ain't always cute at all. When you going through it, let's be clear. It stinks. Okay? It absolutely does. All right? Now, as we start to shift to more personal insights about the potential energies and people that are involved, remember to focus on what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. You will never go to any high-end store and buy the best pair of shoes that they have and they don't fit your feet. Okay? So don't do that here. All right? Stop trying to be Cinderella. All right, date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. Okay? Date night. Be ready to wine and dine. Baby, who don't want to have a new love? Who don't want to have somebody to give you what you deserve? Listen. If you tired of being at the clown show with the circus, I just want you to put a clown in the chat to say goodbye to all of the clowns that you used to dealing with and dating. If you tired of being at the clown show, put a clown in the chat because we're saying goodbye to all these clowns that we've been dealing with in the past. Goodbye, clown. All right, here we go. You know how Nene used to say, bye, wig. Bye, clown. Bye. As I said, bye, clown. Bye, Felicia just came flying out. Peacing out. Thank you. Next, leaving and not caring. Leaving and not caring. Okay? All right. Spiritual hater just fell out, but I'm not going to take this because it almost fell on the floor. It says hates on your spirituality, light in your magic power. All right. So somebody may be, dealing with somebody that's trying to be like a hater because you're alchemizing your life. You made a wish. You put it out there in the universe what you want, and here it comes. Okay. Drama starter. Okay. Somebody is a drama starter. All right. Oh boy. Isn't this taking a darn turn? How come we just can't never have a love story and just be satisfied? Why it's always got to be a straggling stray dog coming in somewhere starting some mess? Why can't we just be happy?
Bombocard!
All right. What lies beneath? What lies beneath all of this, Spirit? What lies beneath all of this? Yeah, somebody's definitely a hater here. Somebody's definitely hating here. We got a hater here. Remember I told you our spiritual hater just fell out? Somebody's mad that you're moving on with your life. That's what this sounds like to me. I feel like this has been going on a lot in the collective this week. If y'all been here, let me know if that's true. Let me know if that's true. All right. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Make it rain. Manifest in abundance. Legal matters in your favor. Unexpected money. Promotion. Entrepreneur. Okay, so somebody is coming into a windfall of money. Okay, somebody is coming into a windfall of money. But what I want to particularly bring to your attention is manifesting abundance. Okay, because this goes back to what I was telling you guys with the merry motive, the make a wish, the discipline, the focus, the poison of alcohol. Like all of these cards over here are pointing back to manifesting. Okay, things are starting to go into your favor. What is the true emotion here? My way, selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride, and ego. Okay, somebody is stuck on themselves. Okay, somebody is definitely stuck on themselves. All right. Very interesting energy. What's the true emotion here? Okay. Jezebel's here. Jezebel is here. Who was that about, though? So I went to go pick up my true crime deck. And as I was picking it up, debt is here at the bottom of the deck. This card was the last card, but it was facing up towards me. So I saw it, okay? So this may have something to do with some type of debt, okay? What's the true crime here? What's the true crime here? Imprisonment. Okay, somebody felt imprisoned here. This is going all the way wayward. Like, what in the world is going on? I am so confused right now. All right. What is the motivational energy? What is the yin and the yang? What is the motivational energy here? Or influencing energy? Self-love, intentions, focused on the desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, and manifesting. Okay, so person A is definitely in their bag. I'm going to rearrange these cards here in a second. I'm just pulling them for now. Okay, we have the Jack of Spades here, which is the Child card. This is equivalent to like the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I picked this up earlier, but I didn't want to say anything. Okay, I don't know. Of course, I will have to look when we get to the tarot cards. I don't know if you potentially have been married to this person and you have divorced this person because you deserve better. Let me ask you this question, just out of curiosity. If you are in this room right now and you're going through a divorce, can you raise your hand in the chat? or you're considering a divorce, it definitely feels like this is like a split in a relationship between two people. Somebody's moving on with their lives, looking at what they deserve. Somebody else is going to, like, I'm going to focus on loving me for me, finding somebody who wants to be with me because I deserve better quality love than what I've been getting. And it feels like somebody else is trying to, like, and also the reason why I'm saying why can't I speak today? The reason why I'm also pointing out about the divorce is because on the Make It Rain card, it says legal matters in your favor. Okay, legal matters in your favor. All right. Soulmate only. You have many soulmates who would be great for you. There's not just one. Okay. So this is about soulmates. Okay. Soulmates only. All right. Oof. Somebody has cold intentions towards somebody, a cold heart. Said, if you only knew me, you would know that we're not compatible. Okay. Heart is completely closed. All right. So let's get into this. Who is person A and who is person B? I definitely feel like person A is the one who's manifesting. Person A is like, you know what? I deserve better than this. Okay. I deserve so much more than what you're willing to give me. We can do what we got to do, but I'm leaving you alone. Peace out. Bye, Felicia. Not caring. Moving on. Okay. That's person one. They're also working on their self-love, their intentions. They're focusing on the desires of their heart, their self-worth, expansion, and manifesting. Okay. This particular person is also possibly feeling imprisoned, right, by this negative energy of the person that they're in this situation with. I also feel like things about to work in their favor. They're manifesting abundance, okay? Legal matters in your favor, unexpected money. I also feel like they are going on a date, okay? I feel like person B in all of this was this is the X, okay? This is the X. Very selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride and ego. Could be a drama starter. All right? Could be a drama starter. I feel like they're fighting over the marriage. They're fighting for the marriage because there may be children involved, okay? All right? So it could be children involved and fighting over that. I also feel like they're fighting over money with this too, with the debt. Okay. So it feels like that's going on, but they're definitely being a hater here. Okay. Definitely being a hater here. I'm trying to figure out what his Jezebel card got something to do with any of this. But I feel like person A is like, I'm a new person. I have no feelings towards you. Stop trying to fight for this. You'll have many more other soulmates out there. It just ain't me. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, y'all, okay, I want you to go ahead and put your zodiac signs in the chat. Put those zodiac signs in the chat because it's time for us to figure out whose business are we about to get into. I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Okay, so unless you know what all your placements are, you know, we don't mind you in that. But if we ain't talking about you, just be entertained, all right? Because it'll be your turn one day, all right? Here we go. right, y'all. Spirit. Show me who person A is. Show me who person A is. Person A is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you are an air sign, go ahead and put an air sign in the chat. Go ahead and put an air sign, clouds, breath, anything like that, those type of emojis. We have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are coming in as the Six of Swords in reverse this morning. Okay. We have personal transitions, resistant to change, unfinished business, and emotional baggage. Okay. And emotional baggage. All right. So if you are a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we are in your business. Or if your person is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. Person B in all of this. Who is person B? All these dang on cards want to fall out. That's too many. That's too many. All right. Person B. Who is person B, Spirit? What in the world is happening? Like, every time I pick up a card, they want to fall out. All right. Person B is coming in also as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming in as the Fool card, okay? Upright. New beginnings. Possibilities, innocent, spontaneous, optimism, trust in life, blind faith, adventure, opportunity, and pleasure. I don't know if it's them right now by choice, but that's their foundational energy. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need to see those magnifying glasses because we want to know who deserves better. Who knows that they deserve better? Who knows? Y'all ready to get into this? Here we go. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use my cards because I pulled my favorite cards right now over here. And I cycled through my cards, but anyway. Person A definitely feels like feminine energy. Person B feels like masculine energy. I'm going to be honest with you. Person B in all of this feels very vengeful. Very vengeful. Okay? Person B in all of this feels angry. They feel hostile. They feel volatile. They feel temperamental. They feel verbally abusive. They have very angry energy. Very, very angry energy coming in, okay? Fuming energy. And person B comes in as a type of person who can dish it but can't take it. All right? Person B is irritated, furious, frustrated with the lack of emotional connection with person A. Person A is very cool, calm, and collected. Person A is, they have really, I ain't gonna lie to you. Person A has really detached from the outcome. So when person B is blowing up and doing all this extra rah-rah and all this other stuff and acting like, I don't know if y'all ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, but acting like the main character in The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan, this person is looking at them like, what? You understand? It's like the antics, right? The antics, okay? Person A is just so cool, calm, and collected and just like, whatever. Like, take me out the group chat, okay? Take me out the group chat. I'm not at the circus show anymore. I'm moving on with my life, and that's that, okay? Now, person A, you are coming, oh, look at that. The Fool card in reverse. Okay? The Fool card in reverse. Which is very interesting energy. Very interesting energy. I feel like okay, interesting. Person A, you're coming in right now being very naive, okay? Very naive about what is going to happen as you go through this journey, okay? And what I mean by that is not that it can't happen. I think that you are in a place where you are all about protecting your peace right now, where you are all about focusing on loving yourself. Like you're going into that space of, I'm in my cocoon, I'm in my hermit energy, right? I am protecting myself, I am guiding myself, I'm not allowing myself to get hurt and to be disappointed by your antics. At this point, we've come to the end of the road, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I feel like you, person A, are being very naive about what this looks like when it comes to dealing with this person. I feel like you are starting to see a different side of this person than what you are accustomed to seeing. And you're not understanding that you pretty much are dealing with the devil himself right now. Okay, this person is very selfish, stubborn, arrogant, full of pride and ego. They're a drama starter. They want to fight with you about everything, and they're definitely fighting with you, especially if y'all have kids. Okay, this person, don't be deceived. Do not be deceived about this person and they BS, because this person is definitely on some BS, and it's all because they upset.
I'm upset.
They having a whole tantrum. They're having a whole tantrum right now. Okay? Do not be gullible about the people that you meet during this time. Even though you're getting out there and you're starting to date other people, don't be gullible. Don't be naive. But I feel like because you're like so optimistic right now about your change and your journey, you kind of like have no choice but to be just a little bit gullible, because you're like, I'm just trusting and going with the flow. Okay. Whew. If you can relate to person A in the chat, I want you to put a rock in the chat. Put a rock in the chat. If you can relate to person A, put a rock in the chat, because we telling this other person kick rocks. All right. Now, person B, they are coming in right now as the Lovers in reverse. See what I'm saying? They're coming in as the Lovers in reverse this morning. They are not happy. I'm telling you, they are not happy about the fact that this relationship has come to an end. They're very angry, very frustrated. Remember, I described their energy to you already. Okay. Remember, I described their energy to you, and I told you they're coming through as very volatile, hostile, temperamental, arrogant, angry. Like, they are big mad. I don't know what this person does for a living, but it's all about money to them. It's all about money. It's not really the principle about the marriage coming to an end. It's really not about the principle about you leaving and, you know, them having to share custody. It's really about the money. Okay. It's really about the money. All right. And so they are very, when I tell you, ooh, child, this person here, if your person done told you that they done checked out and they ready to move on with their lives and they just want you to sign the paper, and you're not happy about putting that paper, your signature on that paper, I want you to put the angry cussing emoji. Put the angry cussing emoji down in the chat. All right. Let's just be honest. If you are upset that you got to go through this divorce with somebody or this breakup with somebody, and you know it's going to cost you and you really don't want this to happen, like, I put it to you this way. It's not that they didn't want it to happen. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. It's not that they didn't want it to happen. They rather for it to happen on their own terms. You understand? It's not that it's happening. This particular individual would have been the one, really, to be truthful. Listen, they mad that they didn't go down there first. That's what this is about. They're mad because they didn't go down there first. Okay. Now, you beat them to it. Okay. What is favorable about this connection right now? The Ace of Wands. Okay. What is favorable about this is that person A has gotten a new wind, a new idea, a renewed spirit. Okay. Person A is at the point where it's like, you know what? I have been dealing with this for so long. I've been dealing with this for too long. At this point, I don't know what else I can tell you. I have given you everything that I can give you. I have been loving. I have been kind. I have been forgiving. I have been sincere. I have been gracious. I've been compassionate. I've been going through this with you through thick and thin. And at this point, baby, I'm just sick. I am just sick of your shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At this point, this person is sick and tired.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Okay? That's where we are. Okay? That's where we are. This person is just sick and tired. All right? And is ready for something new. This person may have recently gone and cut their hair, changed their hairstyle, started changing up their wardrobe. It's like a whole metamorphosis is coming here out of nowhere. It's like this person is glowing up and becoming a whole different person in front of this other person's face. Okay? And that makes them even more angry. Let's be clear. Ain't no other way to get back at your ex than the other be looking good, smelling good, smiling, happy, joyful, ain't crying over you. Every time you come into the world like that and you show up like that, they crash out. Every time. Especially at drop-off and pickups. Okay? Especially at drop-off and pickups. They over here trying to throw a tantrum, trying to start a fight and pick at you at the gas station. Got everybody looking at you like you crazy. And you just like, you know what? Be blessed. Okay? That's the energy that person A is in right now. And person B is not liking that. They are used to controlling it. They are used to this part. I'm telling you, I don't like their attitude. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like their attitude. They have a very domineering, condescending, belittling, berating undertone to them. And it feels like because they were the breadwinner, they were the controlling, they were the end all be all voice. And now they don't have that energy pull over you. And now it is just wild. It's astonishing because they keep trying to invite you to this clown show and you ain't there. Okay? You ain't there no more. You have unsubscribed from the chat. All right? What signs have you seen from spirit that is encouraging you that this is the right opportunity for you to get this fresh start that you've been looking for? Write that down in the chat. What signs have you been getting, okay, from the universe that this is the right thing for you to do? All right? Now, what is problematic or consequential about this? You felt like you had no other choice. You felt like you had no other choice. I'm going to be honest with you, person A. I don't feel like you wanted to leave this person alone. I feel like you got to the point to where you felt like you had to leave this person alone. Was this person cheating on you? And that's why we have this Jezebel card here? Was this person cheating on you? But it definitely got to the point where you were just, I feel like you were tired of being hurt. I feel like you were tired of being disappointed. And I feel like you were just tired of, well, let me go back to where we talked about this Fool card in reverse. I feel like you were kind of holding out hope for this person to change. And then you finally came to the realization that this person ain't gonna never change. The Page of Swords fell out in reverse on the floor. Yeah, you were holding out hope that this was going to change. That's the biggest disappointment for you, person A. The biggest disappointment for you right now is that you are realizing that this situation is not going to change. You wanted this to continue to move forward. Like you wanted to save your marriage. But ain't no way that you could be rational with the irrational person. I mean, having a conversation with this person is like talking to a brick wall. That's how selfish and closed-hearted they are. They have no regard for anybody. If you felt like you had no choice but to leave this relationship alone, okay? If you feel like you had no choice but to, see, this was stressing you out. Stressing you out. As I'm sitting here shuffling, this card flew out of the deck. If you felt like you had no other choice but to leave this person alone, okay? If you felt like this was giving you anxiety, this was grieving you, this was very depressive to you, okay? If you feel like you had no other choice, I want you to tell me in the chat, what do you think would happen if you continue to go down this path with this person? What do you think will happen if you continue to go down this path with this person? What is this trying to teach you? Okay. Number one, this is trying to teach you that you're going to have to stop hoping that things go back to being the way that they need to be. Okay. You held out hope for way too long. You would not stop thinking about how things used to be in the beginning. That's how narcissistic people do. They love bomb you. They present an image of themselves that is not true. You fall in love with a whole person, and that's not even who they really are. It's like you're trying to hold them accountable to a version of themselves that don't even exist. And they don't even know it exists because they became somebody else for the integrity of trying to get you to fall in love with them. That's what they do. That's what they do.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
All right? That's what you do. That's what you do. Okay? That's what you do. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see the overlay for the underlay. I have been in relationships with people before, and I'm like, who is this person? Who is this person? I am so confused. Where did this person come from? You get into the relationship, they done had you all wild, got your mind blown, really sweet, and just feeling like they God sent. Wow! And then next thing you know, you wake up one day and you be looking at this person like, ew, who are you? F did I marry, right? Who the F am I dealing with, right? So this is trying to teach you, when you start to see those signs or those indicators that something is not right, don't force it. Do not force it. Stop trying to hold on to the way that things used to be. It is never going back to the way that it used to be. Period. I always say this when I'm dating people. I always put this disclaimer out there. And I always say, don't start something that you can't maintain. And when I say that, people be like, what do you mean by that? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Don't start showing up in this relationship as a version of yourself that you're not going to be able to maintain 6 months, a year, 5 years from now. Just don't do it. And when you start to hold out hope that things are going to go back, that's when you kind of like lose your self-esteem, your pride, and your integrity too. Because you're compromising yourself for the strength of a relationship that ain't bending for you. Have you ever faced a similar challenge in your relationship before? And if so, how did you handle it? What do you need to do to heal? What do you need to do to heal? Ooh. 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 Listen. You got to get very clear. Very clear. Okay? You got to get very clear about what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. Okay? And the reason why this is so important is because you're in a transformational state. You are in a manifesting state. You are in a period of your life where everything is working for you. This is the alchemy of poison that we talked about. Okay? This is the alchemy of poison of what we talked about. This is you going through transformational lessons, harnessing what this means for you and making the best of it. Okay? Stop asking somebody to be somebody that they not.
You are a scammer.
And the thing is, truthfully speaking, you know that this person ain't telling you nothing. You know that they don't have your best interests at heart. They holding on to this relationship for selfish reasons. It's not because they want it. You understand?
All a bunch of bullshit.
So what do you need to do? Ooh. Child, listen. Listen, baby. You got the 10 of Swords.
Fuck them kids.
Okay, you got the 10 of Swords. Listen. If you've been worried about being a single parent, if you've been worried about what it's gonna look like being a statistic and all the other things like that, I absolutely understand it. Nobody wants to be a single parent. Nobody wants to have to drop and pick their kids up at the gas station on Fridays and Sundays. Nobody wants to have to split their holidays with anybody else. Like, that's not what's up. Nobody wants to go through that. But the reality is that you are making the best decision by walking away from this connection. This is an unhealthy, volatile situation. And you are really conditioning and showing your children how they should govern themselves in these unhealthy relationships. Okay? You're showing them that this is normalcy. Kids only know what you teach them. Okay? I know it's not the favorable thing. This is not what you wanted to do. Okay? I know that this ain't what you wanted to do. It makes you feel like a failure. But the reality is you're not going to be the first or the last person to be a single parent, to be a divorcee, to have to start over. Like, you owe this to yourself to peacefully walk away. You have taken so many stabs in the back from this person. And if you really be honest about the quality of the marriage here, they have done you dirty. They have done you foul. Okay? If you really think about the quality of the marriage here, this person has done you, they've done you worse than on the street. Okay? They have done you foul. This is why you don't have another choice. This person has sucked the life out of you. So my question to you is, what feeling or emotion do you feel like you really need to process in order for you to truly and totally let go of this connection? What is it that you feel like that you need to do to really just let it go? And I'm not saying that you're struggling and holding on to it, because we absolutely are in agreement that your mindset is in the place of game over. Right? You're in that mindset. You're in that space. You recognize that this is not what you want to do anymore. We are very clear about that. And you're at peace about walking away. How funny is it that person B now wants to claim victim?
Get your shit, and get out.
Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Star card. Okay, going back to you being all excited, all interested, all looking hopeful and optimistic about your future. Which is interesting because this is both of y'all's energy. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels like to me, person B didn't think that she was gonna ever boss up and leave.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Okay? I definitely feel like they weren't expecting for you to leave. I feel like they thought that they can hold you hostage. This person had a control over you. This person had a control over you. It almost puts me in the mindset of a person who, like, one income household with a stay-at-home mom or a homemaker, as they call it. You know, that type of situation where there's some type of financial overhand over this. And they can't believe that you've got the audacity to just get up and decide, I don't want to do this no more. And that's fine. Everybody has the right to choose. So how is person B feeling in all of this? Besides anger, how is person B feeling in all of this? Okay, we got two cards that just fell out. Listen. They are not trying to hear it. With this Page of Swords in reverse, as with this Seven of Wands in reverse, they're not trying to hear it. They're not trying to hear it. Not only are they not trying to hear it, but this is weakening them. This person is putting on a show that they don't care, but they're really hurt. Okay? We already talked about how they're arrogant, they're selfish, they're stubborn, but they're really hurt. Okay? So everything that they put up, every ounce of resistance, every fight that they keep putting up, acting like they know that they're losing. So everything that they're presenting to you, it's an illusion. It's the opposite of what they truly feel. They're hurt. They're wounded. So anytime they say something to you, you got to kind of like just know that they're not telling the truth and they're not being honest.
The lies. There you go. This bitch.
The lies.
Okay? It's just a bunch of lies. All right? As I literally just said, it's a bunch of lies. The Moon card came out. Okay? The Moon card came out. It is a bunch of lies. This person is feeling so insecure. See, person A, you feel secure because you're comfortable and confident with walking alone. You're not afraid of the liars and tigers and bears, right? You starting to walk into the unknown and embracing it. They are resisting it. Okay, they are absolutely resisting it. All the things that you thought, and this could be where this Jezebel card is coming in too. As y'all start to go through this divorce, you start to, find out things about this person. This person may have even had an extramarital affair that resulted in a child with somebody else too. But I feel like their grievance with you is about your children together, but I think you may find out that this person had a child with somebody else on the side too. All right? I definitely feel that way. Now, we got the Eight of Wands here in reverse, okay? This person is definitely trying to drag this out, making this more of a big deal than what it really has to be, okay? They are just doing the most, all right? They don't want to let you go. Like I said, it's about control. They're trying to protect their assets. They're trying to find ways to hide money so that they don't have to pay. They're trying to do the most. Like they are trying to stall you out. Frustrating. I see them frustrating the lawyers. I see them frustrating. One lawyer may even quit. Okay, one lawyer may even quit. But it feels like this person is just being difficult. They are so resistant.
Oh, hell no.
They ain't trying to hear this. I told y'all that already. They ain't trying to hear this, but they ain't trying to do it. They're trying to pretend like nothing's happening and everything is happening. It's like on the exterior, okay? On the exterior, they acting like, I don't care. You can go do whatever you gonna do. Wooty wooty woo. Or let me not say that. Let me get very crystal clear. On the exterior, they're blowing up on you saying, okay, they going off on you. Okay? But on the inside, this person is breaking down, having a full-fledged tower moment, don't want to hear it, trying to avoid it, acting like it's not happening. Their world is crumbling down. Their world is falling apart. And they would never show that to you. They would never show that to you. They don't want you to know that you're having that much of effect on them. But at this point, to be honest with you, You don't even care at all. You done shut down. You are like an office employee at 5 o'clock on Friday. Somebody just sent you an email 4:59. You looking at that email like, You understand? That's how you feeling. That's how you feeling. And ain't nobody mad at you for feeling that way. Listen, they have allowed you to be unhappy for so long. And you're not happy. They ain't happy. Like, ain't nobody necessarily happy. This ain't been no happy relationship in a long time. A long time. Even if this person did try to come towards you, trying to open up their heart, trying to explain, why they don't want you to leave, trying to, throw a love bomb on you to get you to change your mind, you'll be over there looking at them like, do what now?
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
You probably over there listening to them cracking up, just like,
Mystery illness. What? A mystery illness.
you over there looking at this person like, were we in the same marriage? Were we in the same relationship? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But it's all a ploy. It's not, again, I said it in the beginning of this reading. If you don't believe me, go back and watch it. Replay it. They don't want you. They don't want you to have their money. They don't want to be financially responsible for the outcome that comes with this. That's what this is all about.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
That's what all of this is about. And as I said that, this is all a manipulative ploy. This is all a manipulative ploy to get you to not leave them alone. They're trying to still control the narrative here. Still trying to control how you move and what you think and how you feel. And you over there looking at them like, nice try, Joker.
Okay.
If you sick and tired of dealing with this Joker, I want you to put the Joker face in the chat. If you sick and tired of dealing with this Joker, I want you to put the Joker face in the chat, because I feel like you truly are going to get the last laugh. Not Spirit giving us the thumbs up. What is Spirit doing over here today? All right, y'all. And I didn't realize I had left a card out. What card was that was over here? The Knight of Swords. Listen, Linda, listen. If y'all ready to figure out how this story gonna end, okay, potential final outcome, I want you to go ahead and put in the chat for me those paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Paper, pen, and notebook emojis. It's time for us to take notes. How does this story gonna end? How does this story end? Here we go. All right, as we shift to get out of this business and we talk about potential final outcomes, I say potential because I can't predict nobody's free will. Only you can decide. You can listen to this reading and be like, you know what? I want my marriage and I'm going to fight for it. Then I'm just going to say good for you. But I really feel like person A in this is so disgusted. Like it used to be a moment in time where you used to try to hide and cover up your dysfunction and your chaos in your relationship. Now you just like, I'm not even gonna lie no more. But it used to be a time when you used to be very sensitive.
Know how I feel. Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
That was you. And now at this point, you just like, I really just don't give a whole. And you have every reason to feel that way. You have every reason to feel that way. Okay? You have every reason to feel that way. All right. So what is the potential final outcome here? The Seven of Wands. You are reflecting, person A, you are reflecting and assessing, and you are confirming this is not what you want to do. You don't want to hear it. You don't want this person to come near you. You are protecting your energy. You are protecting your space. Okay? You are at that point where you just like, you know what? I don't want to hear it. Every time they want to call you, making up stuff to talk about, you be looking at the phone like, what are you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
You understand? Like, you at this point where it's like anything that they try to say to you is so alarming. You just be like,
bruh.
Were you even thinking before you picked up the phone to call me?
Crazy?
This is very disappointing to you. They are dragging this out, and this is very disappointing to you. Okay? You thought that this was going to be a closed door situation. You ought to knew better than that. You ought to knew better than that. Which is why I said, going back to the Fool card, don't be naive about this. I also feel like you're going to find out that you have more debt, marital debt than what you thought you had. This person was lying to you about money matters, which is part of the reason why they don't want to go through this. They were not only hiding money from you and are still continuing to hide money from you, but they were also being dishonest about what debts the family had. They felt like you couldn't say nothing about it anyway because you weren't making no money. What in the world is happening here? All right, we got the Two of Wands. All right. It feels like you really, honestly, person A, don't really have like a full-fledged plan for how you're going to move on with your life, which is kind of concerning to me. Because knowing that this person is being vindictive like they are, I'm just going to tell you this. I hope you have a really good attorney, because I would not be shocked nor surprised if this person does everything to try to limit how much money that they give you. Remember, if your whole livelihood has been predicated upon this person's financial success, I hope you have a plan for what this is going to look like when you are no longer under this person's care. Because I feel like this person is so evil and malicious and devilish that they will try to do everything that they can to keep from giving you anything financially, more than what they have to.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
I hope that you know how expensive life is out there. I hope that you're in a position to where you can go get you a job, to where you can take care of yourself. Because I do feel like this person is going to do everything that they need to do to try to keep you from being able to live a quality of life, which is so selfish because you have the children to think about.
Denied.
But that's how this person is. This is the type of person that they are. Yeah, here go the Moon card again. Things about this person is being exposed to you like never before. Things about this person is being revealed. When I told y'all this in the beginning of this reading, that you are going to start to see a side of this person that you have never seen before. And here we are. Okay? Here we are. You are starting to see a side of this person that you have never seen before. And it is wild. It is creepy. It is scary. Because you've never seen this person show up in this capacity before ever.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
And as we talk about things being revealed, here goes the Jezebel. Here it is. I already called it. Remember I said this person probably had a baby with somebody else that you didn't know nothing about, that you find out about now? Remember I said that? Well, here it is. If you remember me saying this person probably had a kid with somebody that you didn't know nothing about, I want you to go ahead and put the ear in the chat. Put the ear in the chat.
Oh my God.
Here it is. Here it is. Let's be clear. This person probably already has children with somebody else, more than one. Because as I was going to get these other cards to really investigate why this person is so resistant to this divorce, or why are they so angry, those are the things that I wanted to look at with these cards. Spirit said not child, but children. Okay? Children. So they're probably going to use these things here to try to really say, oh, I can't afford to pay for your lifestyle because I got to pay for child support, which also goes back to me talking about a lot of debt, family debt that you didn't know nothing about. Okay?
Oh man, not again.
A lot of things are about to be exposed to you. A lot of things are about to be exposed and revealed to you. Okay? This is beyond shocking right now. This is insane to me right now. Like, how can a person do this to somebody? But they did. But guess what? Karma always comes knocking at the door. One thing is for sure and two things is for certain. The first of the month is going to always come, so much as karma.
Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker.
All right, so why is this person so angry? Why is person B so angry in this story? Okay, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. King of Swords. Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse. All right. So, why is this person so angry? First of all, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this goes against everything that they were taught to want to believe to have with a relationship. It feels more so like this was like a family value of theirs, even though this was not something that they particularly believed in, okay? It feels like this was a value ingrained upon them. Like this is like a family dynamic that was pushed upon them. And they kind of like went along with it, even though that's not really what they believed in.
Got it. What?
Remember how we were talking in the beginning of this reading about polygamy and versus monogamy, okay? And so it feels like they didn't want to disappoint their family, that they didn't want to really get married, but they never really saw themselves as being married at all. This person has always been focused on their money, always focused on their dreams, their crafts. This person has always been cold-natured when it comes to love. They've never, ever have been open to the thought of having love with anybody. This is why they also never really put in the work for the relationship. They didn't want this. They never wanted this. They never wanted that. So like, if you really look back over the relationship, this person has always been absent. Now, here's the thing. Now, this is another one. Did they want to marry this person or no? Were they forced to marry this person? Because I feel like the family influence had a lot to do why they married you. They didn't want to marry you to begin with. You got the Six of Swords in reverse. They didn't want this marriage. They did not want this marriage. It feels like this was the favorable thing to do. Like the mother, the grandmother, somebody like the elders thought that this would be a nice couple, but it wasn't what they wanted. Yeah. They didn't have no control over this. With this Emperor card in reverse, they had no control over it. This is not what they wanted. They were being influenced. Yep. This is not what they wanted. Somebody else. They wanted somebody else this whole time. With this Three of Swords, they had no control. Their heart was with somebody else. And I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised if the person that they have all these children by is the person that they really wanted. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Got it. What?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. So if they don't want the marriage or never wanted the marriage, the question then becomes, why are they so resistant? Why are they so resistant? Why are they so resistant to this divorce? They didn't want the marriage. Why are they so resistant to this divorce? We got the Ten of Pentacles again. The same exact card in reverse. Again. Now you wondering why I keep saying, talking about the family and putting emphasis on the family. Look at this card. Look at this card. You see these elders here? You see these elders here? Why are they so resistant? They don't want to disappoint their family. They feel like they should be able to find another outcome to this. Okay, they're hoping that they got other choices and other say. They don't want to come across as being a failure. But the reality is, you did this to yourself. The Queen of Pentacles just fell on the floor. You did this to yourself. You've been a real shitty lover. You've been a real shitty lover. And then you want to get mad because somebody else said, all right, that's good, I'm out. Okay. How does that work? How does that work? Why are they so resistant? You've been absent. You've been trash. You've been poor. You've been evil. You've been nasty. You've been conniving. You've been manipulative. And I'm supposed to want to love you. I'm supposed to roll over and give you what you want in the middle of the night. Ugh. 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 All right. Like what? Exactly. Been very cold. This card came up again. You see this? They don't want to let their family down. They feel like they should have other options, and they still are being cold. Still being malicious. Saying evil, vindictive, nasty things to you. I mean, this person has been a complete, how do I say this without being vile? A complete Okay?
Damn.
This person never created a sustainable environment for a quality marriage. And I feel so sorry for person A, because I feel like you did everything that you possibly could to facilitate a healthy marriage. You have been victimized in this. This person never wanted the reason. Oh, God. The reason why this person has been so nasty and malicious and evil towards you is because you were not their first choice. Let's be clear. This wasn't what they wanted. And they took out all their anger, all their rage, all their disgust and their loathing. They took it all out on you because you were just there by proxy. You understand? You thought they loved you. They never loved you. This person felt forced. I want to know, why did they feel forced? Why did they feel forced to marry you? This is wild. They go to offer with the Ace of Cups. We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, y'all. They definitely had their eye on somebody else. With this Ace of Cups right here, they definitely had their eye on somebody else. But we got the Wheel of Fortune. I can't make this up. The Five of Wands, conflict, challenges. Five of Swords. Conflict and challenges. They didn't want to marry you because they had their eye on somebody else. First of all, let's be clear. They had their eye on many different people, but the person who had their attention wasn't thinking about them. Look how all these fish are around this pot. Ain't not one fish in that pot. I feel like they got their eyes on them, but this other person had their eyes on their other options. So this person felt inferior. They felt like they didn't know where to go with this. They didn't know what to do. They wanted to fight for this relationship with this person, but this person wasn't paying them no attention, and they had a conflict within themselves. They couldn't believe that you wouldn't get them a chance. Y'all see that? They can't believe that you would hurt them like that. Well, that person would hurt them like that. But that still doesn't tell me, like, why were they so resistant to marrying you? Why were they so resistant to marrying you? Well, I guess it does. Queen of Pentacles. The World card in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. So the person that they had their eye on was focused on other things. Focusing on their career. Focusing on probably going to college at the time. This was a childhood sweetheart. Like a childhood sweetheart, somebody that they went to school with, high school, college, something like I'm gonna say grammar school, okay, K through 12 with this person. This person must have went to college to educate themselves or something like this, and that's where the relationship stopped there. The relationship stopped there. That's why they weren't focusing on you. They moved away, and it's broke your confidence. Person B definitely feels like a self-made man. They feel like an entrepreneur. They feel like they're heavily influenced by their family. Okay, they feel like they're heavily influenced by their family. And they don't know how to tell their family no. They don't know how to say no. It feels like the mother has a lot of control over this person, like an unhealthy attachment, like from a mother to a child. It feels like the mother tells him what to do, and he doesn't have a say in his relationship with his mother, because anytime he wants to be the man and insert his dominance over his own life.
Anything else?
She like, what? Like, I told you what to do. So this is where some of this projection comes from. Now you understand why this person is cold. Has always been cold. You were just guilty by proxy. Your family may be idea, like their family likes your family, like you were chosen for a reason for this person. Okay? You were chosen for a reason for this person. I don't know what that reason is, but they wanted you. I'm hearing like, oh, she's such a nice girl. I don't know why I keep seeing in my mind, in my third eye, I keep seeing somebody that's Italian. Like, and it could just be representing those values. Okay? Those family values. But I keep seeing like Italian for some reason. Like, oh, she's such a nice girl. Like East Coast Jersey accent, but Italian at the same time. I know that's wild. Okay, I know that's wild. We got the Strength card that came out in reverse, okay? Somebody is definitely feeling very weak. And it could be him. All right, so shifting gears, going back to person A. All right, person A. How are things going to turn out for them? How are things going to turn out for them? Oh, she's such a nice girl. Oh, Jimmy. Who's Amanda? Somebody's name Amanda? That is so random. All right. How does things turn out for person A? Three of Cups. Ooh. Person A, like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You hear me? They are celebrating. Everybody is happy for them. Child, When I tell you everybody is so excited about this person moving on with their life, it's like even the angels are happy. You're getting a fresh start. You're getting a fresh start and you are happy about it. Amanda Allen, I heard the name Amanda. That's why I said it was random. I don't know if this collective is resonating with you, but I heard the name Amanda. That's why I said, who's Amanda? Because I heard that name. All right. Woohoo! Yes, girl. Getting your energy back, getting your swag back. You don't give a flick about what this person is saying or doing. When I tell you, you are owning your power. When I tell you, you are clapping back. You never said any of these things to this person before. Now you just don't give a. Do you hear me? You don't care. This person want to start. Let me tell you, you are bitchy. You are short. You are like, and what are you telling me for? You understand? Like you are harnessing your power. And I don't think that you realize how that's coming off. Okay? They keep trying to talk to you, keep trying to sugarcoat you, and you over here like,
you've got mail.
What we talking about? What we talking about? What are we talking about? If it don't have nothing to do with the kids, what are we communicating about? Sign the papers. Sign the papers. Stop trying to control the narrative. I am moving on with my life. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel. You and your feelings. It's as simple as that. We also got the Four of Cups here. Okay? This is just you not caring. This is you not caring. Not you caring at all. You just like, y'all, let me ask y'all something. Y'all know T.I.'s song, You Don't Know Me? I feel like that's what's happening here. It's like, y'all know how the song go? F your thoughts, F your feelings. You don't know me? That's kind of like what's happening here. That song just came into my head. Bossing up. Like what? Craziness, right? Got the Knight of Pentacles. You are taking your time. You are reflecting and assessing what's important to you. You are making your plans. You're being very calculated in how you're moving forward. And understanding that slow and steady wins the race. You're not about to crash out. You're not about to do it at all. You just like, I'm checking out of this. This ain't my sink. These ain't my dishes. This ain't my circus. This ain't my clown. This person don't want to admit it. They still think that this is a test of the American broadcast system, and you are very serious.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Will this divorce work out? Will this divorce work out for person A? Eight of Wands. Listen, you are boldly moving forward. Boldly, expeditiously, not looking back, not thinking about nothing. You over here saying, rest in peace, mofo. I'm out. I'm looking for a new love, baby. I'm looking for a new love. Why I just hear Siri say, I might be black, poor, ugly, but thank God I'm here. I am here. That's how you feel. That's exactly how you feel. Somebody will want me. It just might not be you. And that's okay. I don't want you either. Because guess what? The door is closed. I'm sitting over here looking at you while you sleeping. Trying not to throw hot grits on you.
You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shaped funny.
All of that. All of that. Person A, you so checked out at this point.
Who gives a shit?
That's how you feel. You are so clear. So clear. You said, I'm matching energy. I am mother freaking matching energy at this point. You wanted to do me in my whole life? Well, now it's your turn, mother trucker. See, you happy. This divorce is going to go in your favor. Okay, you over here. You over here celebrating. Yeah. You moving on. You're moving on. You're definitely moving on from this person. All right, so What is some shadow work that person A could be working on during this time? What is some shadow work that person A could be working on at this time? Neglect. Tend to your inner garden and it will flourish. So this is about you overcoming feeling disregarded, overlooked, and forgetfulness. Okay, so this is about you working on you. All right, overcoming feeling neglected, which you did in this marriage. I mean, we've been talking about it the whole time. Person B, what does person B need to work on during this time? Insecurity. Your worth is intrinsic and unchanging. This is about you overcoming with doubt, uncertainty, and anxiety. Okay. Again, never felt secure. Never felt secure enough to stand up, speak for yourself. Never felt secure about nothing. Angels. Angels. What messages? What messages do you have for the person who is leaving this relationship alone? What message do you have for the person who is leaving? Okay. Ooh, y'all. Didn't I just tell y'all was looking for a new love? I wouldn't be surprised. These two cards just literally fell out. Okay, these two cards just literally fell out. I wouldn't be surprised because remember that two of cups fell out. I'm looking for a new love. Y'all remember? Y'all heard me say that? If you heard me say that, put your ear in the chat. The engagement card fell out. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, we got engagement, and then I got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. All right, baby, you got a new love coming your way. Spirit, tell me, when can we expect for this to be over? When can we expect for this to be over? Well, let me ask this question. When can we expect this marriage to be over? When can we expect this marriage to be over? That's the first question. All right, it says May. Now, it is April 18th, so it could be by May 19th. They finally give up, cave in and quit. That's a month from now. Okay, something could be significantly happening around the month of May. But it also can be May of 2026, May of 2027. You know, like it doesn't give me a year, right? But we got May 19th. That may be a significant day. When can we expect to meet this other person? When can person A expect to meet this other person? By the end of the year. By the end of the year. All right. All I know is when you see them, you gonna know who they are, girl.
What's that?
With that.
All I know is it's gonna work for you. So work on yourself. Work on yourself. Make sure that you're healthy. Make sure that you're healed, or at least close to healed as you could possibly be. Work on you during this time, because when this person comes, you're gonna be like, ow. Okay, you're gonna be like, yes, daddy, yes. Look, I'm just being facetious right now, but hey, zaddy. All right, y'all. So let me know, what's your thoughts on this reading? How does this make you feel? Does this bring you some relief, some excitement, some hesitation? Like what? If you could rewrite this outcome, let me know. How would you have this to play out for you? I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you have enjoyed this reading, don't forget to subscribe and become a part of my growing community. You can always find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer. All right. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for more engaging content. Also, for the folks that's watching behind the scenes on TikTok, go ahead and follow me, because I'm telling you, this TikTok stuff is going to get caught up in all this tariff stuff that's going on. All right. Now, remember that this reading is here for you anytime you need a little bit of additional guidance. So feel free to save it and replay it at any time. I love to hear from you. So drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonates with you. And if you've enjoyed today's session, show me some love by giving me a thumbs up. All right. If you would like to do a personal reading with me, I'm currently booking only at PiSeasTarot.com, PiSeasTarot.com. So don't hesitate to reach out. I would never reach out to you for a reading. Okay. So if somebody's reaching out to you using my name, image, and likeness, it's not me. I am telling you, it is not me. All right. You are being defrauded and you got a scammer on your hands. Okay. Now, a huge thank you to everyone who joined the conversation today, and a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. I want to thank all of you guys who have gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. Remember, everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are with yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. So remember to leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.